Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
I don't like to think about what could have happened. I'm just so glad they're okay.
A family is counting their blessings after their parents got out of a burning home alive. It's been more than 24 hours since a fire wiped out this home in Harwood, North Dakota. An elderly couple had to be pulled out. Now they're in the process of rebuilding their life. Good evening and thanks for joining us. Harwood firefighters say they don't yet know how the fire started, but say it originated in the garage. Valley News Team's Ashley Bishop talked with the family about how they're handling this unexpected tragedy.
Broken windows, a charred dresser, and scorched memories. Dean and Barbara Halverson lived in their one-story home for more than 20 years.
Their life was their house, so just emotionally, just trying to deal with that.
Daughter Stacy Fleeth says her parents are still in shock.
It hasn't sunk in yet.
The Halversons escaped from their home with just the clothes on their backs.
They don't have their dentures. They tried to the firemen were so smart to try to retrieve some of them, but they were still burnt. So they just really just don't actually have anything.
Fleece says they started to rebuild her parents' life today with taking them to get new IDs, medicines, and clothing. Fleece says her parents are now retired after working numerous years in the Air Guard and with the handicapped.
They don't care about themselves. Even now, like, we went and bought them some stuff, and they're like, oh, we'll pay you back somehow.
Fleece says her parents have not been back to their home yet and never imagined this happening.
It's so scary. And no one thinks it's going to happen to them. Last night, my husband changed all the batteries in our fire alarms.
Fleece says her parents and the rest of her family are so thankful for the help from first responders, the Salvation Army, and the Red Cross. Without them, life would be worse. It is not an easy process to rebuild, but something the Halversons must now do. But at least they will have their family by their side.
One thing at a time. That's what we're doing.
Ashley Bishop, Valley News Live.
The community is trying to help the Halversons. A fund has started at Harwood State Bank. You can donate by mailing a check to Harwood State Bank. The address is on your screen. It's P.O. Box 5, Harwood, North Dakota, 58042. Make checks out to Barbara or Dean Halverson. Harwood State Bank says the account will stay open for about 2 months. Some new information now after days with little sleep, wondering where their son is. A Wadena family is rejoicing over the return of their runaway teen. The Otter Tail County Sheriff's Office tells us 14-year-old Jeffrey Randall is in custody hundreds of miles from home. Randall was found this afternoon in Kansas City, Missouri. He isn't hurt, but the stolen pickup is totaled. His grandfather tells us Randall backed into another driver, and the pickup, which was taken from his grandfather, looks like it has been through a derby. His family tells us he stole the pickup and a rifle and ran away on Sunday. The Sheriff's Office isn't saying if Randall will face any charges. However, his family says he's been in trouble in the past after running away over family issues.
Being 14 years old, you know, I asked him last time, I said, how did you drive? What did you do? And he said, well, driving was easy. It was the road signs I couldn't read. So maybe he doesn't even know where he's at. And I just wanted people to know that he's a very loving, caring, awesome child.
Now, coming up tonight on Valley News Live at 6, Valley News Team's Nicole Johnson sits down with Randall's mom, who tells us the whole family has been through a lot and they can't get the help they need. Well, it's another mild and quiet day in the weather department, which is good for those traveling around this holiday time. Let's toss it over to meteorologist Justin Fanfarelli to get the latest on our evening. Justin?
And thank you, Stephanie. Good evening, everybody. Well, we had cloudy skies out there for the day today, and we're seeing some snow showers across the region. Looking at the maps, most of the snow now is out from a line stretching from Mobridge just to the west of Bismarck. And we're also tracking the heaviest and steadiest snow in our area around the Sisseton area. So if you're traveling I-29 south, you might run into that one also. There are some light snow showers between Detroit Lakes and Park Rapids. Temperatures from this system getting close to 20 degrees, especially Fargo, Wahpeton, Fergus Falls, Detroit Lakes, and Sisseton, with a little cooler air as you make your way up north toward the Canadian borders there into the lower teens right now. We're going to keep the mild air as we go through this evening. We got cloudy skies, temperatures staying into the upper teens. So we'll take a look at any snowfall totals that we will get, plus a nice change in the weather as we approach the weekend coming up.
Not bad, Justin. All right, thank you.
Yep.
FlightAware, a free airline tracking service, reports more than 5,400 flights were delayed, nearly 3,000 canceled nationwide yesterday. Here is Fargo's Hector International Airport, and travelers felt those effects. With major hubs like Dallas and Chicago shut down by bad weather, the delays and cancellations started stacking up. With hundreds of frustrated people stranded in Fargo, everyone said patience is all that's left.
What advice would you give to people?
Take a bus. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I guess just be patient because these people work really hard and it's not their fault that the plane can't get up. It's nobody's fault really, but they're catching the brunt end of the anger. So just be patient because stuff happens.
Good advice. Many of the people stranded can't get out until Saturday. According to the Airport Authority, coming up tonight on Valley News Live at 6. We'll hear from the director of the Airport Authority more about what's causing this major mess. And if you're heading out of town, you'll want to arrive extra early at Hector International Airport. TSA says an X-ray machine has malfunctioned, causing increased wait times. The machine is used to screen carry-on baggage of departed passengers. Because of the screening capabilities for carry-on bags at the security checkpoint, they're significantly reduced. TSA recommends passengers consider checking their luggage. A TSA official says they are working on getting this machine fixed. Bemidji, Minnesota is working on a new proposal to take a big bite out of a major problem for hundreds of area residents: homelessness. The community is surrounded by 3 reservations, and a recent survey found that there are more than 650 homeless people around that region. As Valley News Team's Neil Carlson shows us, organizers say a former motel may be the solution to this problem.
Officials say Bemidji agencies had to turn away over 500 children during the past year who were living with homeless single parents or families. There are simply not enough shelters in Bemidji to handle the need.
The fact that we turned that many children away just lets us know that we really do have a problem. Also, the Bemidji School District has about 200 children every day that are in transition that are homeless.
Organizers are looking at the possibility of buying this former motel and indoor car lot by the airport. It has over 100 rooms, kitchen and convention space that could all be turned into low-income transitional housing. They now have to figure out how to raise $2.2 million to buy the building.
We're looking at different kinds of grant opportunities and individual donors, things like that, to actually purchase the building.
Organizers have put together this video explaining how the former hotel could not only provide housing, but also serve as a training center to get folks back on their feet and back into the workforce.
People just don't have an opportunity and don't have the ability to be able to create a different lifestyle.
And unfortunately, these are people that also have the problems that wind up on the doorsteps of the hospitals, the churches.
Henham says this facility could take a big bite out of the homeless problem here in Bemidji, Minnesota. Neil Carlson, Valley News Live.
Henham says at this point they are talking to state agencies about potential funding for the project. If you want to see the video supporting this, we have a link to it online. Go to valleynewslive.com and click on this story. Santa may have spoiled you this year with electronics, jewelry, or appliances, and those boxes can take up space. But before you throw them out, Fargo police are telling you there's a warning. They say don't let thieves know what you got. They posted a picture on their Facebook page, here it is, that's saying before you throw out all your boxes, flatten them. By flattening them, you can prevent thieves from knowing what is in your home. The picture on the right is an example of what you should do. Millions of Americans will likely be setting a New Year's resolution, and one of the things top of mind is getting better control of your finances. We talked with the financial advisor with Edward Jones Investments on how to start off on the right financial foot. Experts say to pay off debt to things like credit cards and your car first. And an emergency fund should have about 3 to 6 months worth of spending money ready for an emergency.
There's nothing scary about saving and planning. The reality is you just need to embrace it and make it part of your normal life, like it is buying a coffee in the morning. You have to save some money.
Now, if you have a retirement fund, financial planners say increase the percentage you contribute each year to help plan for the future.